Now let's widen the lens from the opposition's concern to the ruling party's response. The APC says it has crossed 11 million registered members and is approaching 12 million through its ongoing electronic registration drive with a target of over 20 million members nationwide. The party says its database includes national identity numbers, polling units, wards, and addresses. It's a move, it claims, enhances transparency and grassroots mobilization. But this is coming amid political tension. We just talked about the reported attempted arrest of a former governor, Nasir El-Rufai, has been claimed by his lawyers, which is sparking some allegations that the APC-led federal government is trying to silence opposition voices. Is that claim politically motivated, or is it perception becoming reality? Joining me is Dr. Ijoma Arodiogbo, is National Vice Chairman, Southeast APC. Dr. Arodiogbo, thank you for joining us again on Beyond the Headlines. I'd like to first get your reaction as to what happened with Malam El-Rufai at the airport in Abuja. You heard the opposition saying this signals shrinking democratic space, that if El-Rufai had formally committed to appearing before the AFCC on the 16th of February, why attempt an arrest at the airport? How do you respond?
Well, thank you so much for having me. There's this popular saying that clear conscience fears no accusation. It's an old saying, and we know that this is not the first time someone is being arrested at the airport. We know too that Malam El-Rufai, with all due respect, has been talking about this arrest, that he knows he will be arrested very soon. You know, it's a matter of time. I read it severally for weeks. So there must have been something going on that he's aware, that he's not, either he's not telling the people or he's not honest about it, because he has been talking about his arrest. So something must have been going on. I'm not aware, but for him to be talking about his arrest, he knows that there's a crime he's being investigated on. And people are being arrested at the airport. Anywhere in the world it happens. People being looked for by the authority have been arrested at the airport in London, in the US, everywhere. So it is nothing new in that is happening to him. And is he above the law? The issue is that if he has any question to answer, let him go ahead and answer the questions and prove his innocence. And that is the most we know about it. The ruling party is not interested in him specifically for any reason.
Do you think it's important that security agencies be more sensitive to perception, especially in politically charged periods like this, at least so they don't give your party a bad name?
No, he's not above the law. The security agencies have not erred in any way. Like I said earlier, he's been talking about his imminent arrest. So something must have been going on. And we can't be cowed by anybody. Nobody's above the law. He is not. So if there is any crime he needs to make explanation on or being investigated on, it is the law enforcement agency that will decide the mode to go about it. And bringing the ruling party into it is very unfair and very cowardly too.
As an APC chieftain, can you categorically state here that there is no political directive targeting opposition figures?
Absolutely none. Absolutely none. What do we need to target anybody for? The party is doing very well. The administration is doing very well. We are doing our business. But if anybody commits a law, goes against the law, and the law enforcement agents needs to investigate him, we cannot gag them. We cannot stop them. They have their job to do. So it's very unfortunate that anybody will blame it on the administration when they know whether their hands are clean or not. But the mode of arrest is something that has happened everywhere in the world, and it keeps happening, and there's nothing to fault it. So why are we bringing sentiment into it? Because he is somebody and the law cannot take his course. No, that is not fair. You are not expecting that to happen in Nigeria, in the democracy that this administration is going towards, that has respect for everybody, irrespective of political divide.
All right. Let's talk about your party's ongoing e-registration. You've crossed 11 million, at least that's what we're hearing from the APC, that you're nearing 12 million. Do you think Nigerians will be able to independently verify these figures?
Well, there is so much to know about our e-registration. It is an innovation by the president. The president wants us to have a clear figure that is verifiable, that are members of our party. And that is why we engage on the e-registration. And in the e-registration, we verify individuals with their national identity number, with their address, real address, physical address, with their ward and their local government and state. So, I mean, it's very verifiable and it's very transparent. So anybody disputing that does not even believe himself being a Nigerian in the first place, because the identities are very clear. So they are very verifiable, and we are able to say now 3 things to take away. One is that our polling over 12 million votes in the last election has been authenticated, has been verified. Because if we have over 11 million voters now, and the process is still ongoing, and we know that there are some unregistered or undecided voters, that gives you a picture of the strength of our party. And moving forward, we are targeting 20 million voters. So we are not interested in the dance around by some funny characters. We know that our party is growing from strength to strength. We are receiving more governors, and they are coming with their supporters, and our party is sure for victory in 2027. The e-registration is a big attestation to the strength of our party. Very verifiable. With
Just being curious,
with their voting card number.
How many of these 11 million registrations are from the Southeast specifically?
Oh, wow. You've asked a very interesting question. The Southeast has been able to prove that anybody looking for votes, the president should be aware of this, should be looking at the Southeast. Imo State alone is about 700,000. Imo State alone. It goes to endorse the performance of our governor and how much the people love him. That everybody in the state wants to be registered as a member of APC. It's a big score. The same thing goes with Enugu State, the one that comes second, and the same thing with Ebonyi. The only place we are lagging behind is still Anambra State, and it's explainable. Okay? But the Imo State, the Southeast has shown that they are a big voting bulk in Nigeria. And also noting that members from the other geopolitical zone, at least 1/4 of their registered voters in our party are from the Southeast. So that shows that you need to cut the interest of the Southeast to win the election in 2027. Thank you.
700,000 in Imo being the highest. That means none of the states in the Southeast has crossed the 1 million mark. What precisely is the percentage growth that you would say this region has recorded under your leadership and under the Tinubu administration in the past 3 years?
It is more than 300%.
Interesting. I mean, practically, because if you look at the figures in 2023, you had about perhaps just 1% of the total vote count. So if 300% is giving you 700,000 in Imo, then I understand what the figures are saying. Are you optimistic that that number will grow with time, or it has plateaued?
No, it will grow with time. A lot more people are registering by the day. The figure 300 is about 700,000 is about 3 days ago. By now, I know we should be nearing 800, 900. And I am telling you that more and more and more people are registering in the Southeast as members of the APC. Because everybody in the state, in the zone, is in love with APC. Our governors are doing fantastically well. So anybody saying that the number of governors is not important in an election, in a presidential election, is smart by half. It is very important. Because if we don't have these governors, because I'll tell you one thing, all the governors in Nigeria are doing very well, very, very well. aided by the support they are getting from Mr. President. And that is what endeared all the governors to the president. Nobody is forcing anybody. Nobody is coercing anybody. People just like to lie to themselves because they don't have anything more to say.
Well, I think that time will tell whether a governor is doing well. We'll see that in the numbers in the next election. But how do you prevent inflated or duplicate entries despite NIN capture? Because, you know, politicians, they like to show that they have enough numbers from their constituencies.
And there's no way you can manipulate the figures with the NIN. These are verifiable information about the real people registering in the party. It can't be inflated in any way. And we are sure that we all vote for us. And more people, including undecided voters who are not aligned to any political parties, will vote for us on election day. Thank you. So we are expecting huge, massive harvest of votes in 2027 for Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Your national chairman was on our channel recently, and he said some wards can win elections using only APC members. Is that realistic in Southeast with the current numbers that you have?
Of course, yes.
700,000
only the figures we can win the election. Yes, of course. With only the registered members, we can win any election in Nigeria.
You know, the thing with this number is that, Doctor, you know that ADC is targeting 14 million. I just spoke with one of their chieftains. Your party is targeting 20 million. The challenge with elections is that...
They are speculating. They have not registered even 1 million. And
no. Let us even focus on yours. You know, let us focus on yours because you said you have 11 million. You wonder where all of these figures are because you add 20 to 14, that's 34. I mean, you know the total number.
That's why I said they are speculating. That's why I said they are speculating. Where are the 14 million people they will register?
You don't think they will get 14 million?
They don't have 1 million members to register.
You don't think they will get 14 million?
They don't have it.
No.
They won't get 1 million.
But
that's the truth.
They just started
Time
today.
will tell too.
They just started today.
They won't get 1 million. You just said it. If you add 13 million or 14 million to 20 million, we're talking. So they've not registered anyone and they are speculating 14. Anybody can wish anything. It's just a mere wish. It's just a mere wish. Where will they get the 14 million from? That will tell you that they are not real. They've not been able to metamorphose into anything tangible. They are just speculating. They are just displaced politicians.
Your position is also speculative because you probably will have to wait to let them start and see whether or not they're able to pull it through.
We are not speculative. We already have 11 and accounting in our kitty. So if we say that, in statistics, come on. If we say that in about 6 weeks we've done this e-registration, we are able to put about 12 million. We know that in the next 6 months, we'll be able to get another, it's simple to understand, another 8 million. Because more people are registering by the day. If you check the figure about a week ago and the figure today, you see the big difference. You see the big growth. You see that we have so many more people coming to register with us. It's as simple as that. And
we have to go now.
People want to know where it's moving, and it's moving in our direction. So more people are coming.
You know, we've never really had up to 50% voter turnout when you compare the total vote cast with the number of registered voters. Are you expecting a significant increase in voter participation next year?
Yes, because this time, these people that are registered in our party are committed members. So those votes are already in the kitty for us. They are registered members. That is the essence of the exercise we are doing now. See, our party knows what it's doing. Before we started this e-registration, our party did a constitutional review, knowing that it is not tenable to use an outdated manual to operate a modern equipment. Okay? With the constitutional amendment, we were able to visit all the zones and articulate what the various zones, what the various demography, the youth, the women group, everybody wants our party to do.
Okay.
And this were articulated in the constitutional review.
Indeed.
So we now move to this level of politics. That will show you the level of grassroots engagement of our party, and that is what is working for us.
Good place
and
to live in.
That is why many governors want to join us, because of the internal democracy.
Dr. Ejoma Arodiogo is National Vice Chairman, Southeast APC. We'll continue this conversation subsequently. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You know, membership numbers may show ambition, legal battles may test institutions, but ultimately, 2027 will test credibility, and that credibility is built not just on numbers, but on trust. That's our show today, everyone. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.